a while. I am here to do a book tag video today called the anti-TBR tag from Nicole and her books. So I thought I would have some fun with that. I'm talking a little quietly because everybody's home and working, and I'm trying not to be too loud. So I apologize if there's background noise, either from the family or the cat or the neighbors who have like trucks dumping gravel on and off right now. So every now and then you might hear that. Sorry. It's just, the hazards of everybody being home, I guess. Okay, so without further ado, and I apologize if I have to glance down to read the questions now and then. The first question is, a popular book everyone loves that you have no interest in reading. Alright, there are probably a lot of these. I don't tend to read things off the bestseller list. And I mean, I don't say that to be like, oh, I'm better than most people, or, I'm not trying to be like some kind of hipster. It tends not to be my thing. I tend not to like trends. But I'm never going to read the Mortal Instruments books. I'm never going to read the Hunger Games. It's the laundry, by the way. Things like Where the Crawdads Sing, those don't interest me, and life, in my opinion, is too short to read books that I don't really want to read. If I were being paid as a reviewer to read them, obviously I would do that. I have done that in the past when I worked for various like online magazines. They'd send me books and I'd read them whether I really wanted to or not. But now I just read things that interest me, and there's a lot out there that won't do it for me. So, a classic book or author you don't have an interest in reading. I don't really want to read Charles Dickens. We read some in school. I didn't much care for his work, so I guess that counts. I'm not really into Russian literature either. Like, I'm not going to read Tolstoy or anything like that. Just not my vibe, not my jam. Chekhov or anything. I'm not gonna probably read like Willa Cather or, I don't even really read Mark Twain, and I don't dislike, I think he's a perfectly good writer. It's just I'm not gonna probably read anything he wrote. Jack London, just not my thing. Not my thing. An author whose books you have no interest in reading. Okay, so besides the classics, I guess, I don't read like sap fiction is what I kind of think of it as. That sounds, derogatory, and I'm sorry if you're a fan of these kinds of books, but I don't read Nicholas Sparks. I'm not going to read like Jodi Picoult or however you say her name. I'm not going to read Nora Roberts. It's just those aren't my kind of books. A problematic author whose books you have no interest in reading. Well, I mean, I won't read anything else by J.K. Rowling. To be honest, I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. I read the books to my kids and everything, but I only thought they were okay. I didn't really think I came a little too late. I'm a little too old to have gone in on the Harry Potter like full force and really been into it. Orson Scott Card. I don't want to read him anyway, and I wouldn't read him. An author you have read a couple of books from and decided they're not for you. Okay. Sorry, guys. And this is kind of connected to the next question, but Brandon Sanderson. I am so sorry. I have tried. I tried. Everybody, oh, you gotta read Sanderson. You gotta read Sanderson. It's not for me. Same with Jim Butcher. Not for me. Gillian Flynn, I don't know how she even says her name. Nope. It's not my thing. And so, like, the next question is a genre you have no interest in or you couldn't get into. And for me, it's high fantasy. Like, I try, Brandon Sanderson, and I found this beyond just his books, but I find that the high fantasy stuff, I tried to read Robert Jordan way back when, and and various different things like that. And I just can't. I just can't. And I think I'm just too stupid for it, maybe, because it's like, it's all well written. Don't get me wrong. Very well written. The world building is magnificent. But, like, there's all these characters and all this stuff. And I find I can't care. And, like, I'm like, and then I'm trying to keep track of all these people. Like, I tried to read Game of Thrones, too. And I know that's not the name of the book or whatever, but like I tried, and I just just no, guys, sorry. High fantasy is not gonna work for me. It's I love magical realism, like if it's kind of grounded in the real world, that there's some magical elements to it, some fantastical elements to it, I'm all for it. I like maybe a softly blended sci-fi fantasy. Like, I love Dune. But like hard sci-fi, I don't really get into either. I just, I don't, the technicalities of it just don't do it for me. Sorry, like the cat wanted out and the camera froze and a few different things happened there, so try that again. A book you bought but will never read. So I did buy a Jodi Picoult book at like the half price bookstore. Picture Perfect, I think it was called, because the premise sounded really interesting to me. Excuse me. But I got like, I don't know, 3-4 pages in, and I was like, I don't like it. So, that book I will never read. I have a couple Philippa Gregory books, The Red Queen and The Constant Princess. Oh, I think I might have unhauled The Constant Princess. I think I finally donated it. But, I think I picked them up at the airport or something, and then just never read them and never wanted to read them. I don't know. Okay. I bought Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. And I started reading that, and this kind of goes into the next one. This is a series you have no interest in or started but DNF'd. Okay, so I read all of the Raven Boys books, those 4, right? And then I got Call Down the Hawk, which is, I guess, not technically the same series, but, it's Adam and Ronan, ostensibly. But honestly, I started Call Down the Hawk, and just, I don't know, I couldn't with it. So I don't know if I'll try it again later, but that's kind of a DNF on that series. I probably won't keep reading the Vampire Chronicles, because you'll see I've got Prince Lestat here, right? Which I couldn't finish. It just got too silly for me. Sorry, Anne. And I know he's got like this Atlantis book out, and it's not gonna happen. I couldn't take it. Like, not that you can read the Vampire Chronicles and like take it super seriously. Maybe you can. I think there was a time in my life when I must have, but then I picked up Prince Lestat, and I was like, no, this is just beyond my ability to. I don't want to say it's like, it all is beyond belief. I don't know. Maybe like those first books you felt like there really could be vampires among us, or whatever. And then I got to Prince Lestat, and I was like, no, this is just ridiculous. But maybe it's just I had gotten that much older or something. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I won't finish. And Dune, sadly, I only read the first 3. I got through. Did I even finish Children of Dune? I read Dune and Dune Messiah, and I know I at least started Children of Dune. And somewhere in there, I was like, again, it got silly. I was like, okay, I'm done, and I never did finish the rest of Dune. The last question is a new release you have no interest in reading. Ready Player 2. I struggled with the first book. I read up to the point where he's like emailing her constantly or something, and had to set it aside, and then finally eventually finished it. But like, I actually enjoyed the movie a lot more than the book. And I mean, it's all problematic, but still, won't read Ready Player 2. And that immortal life of, what's her name? Addie LaRue. I know people love this book, but every time I hear like the premise, I'm just like, it doesn't sound interesting to me. So I might. The only thing by V. Schwab I've read are the first two Shades of Magic books. I loved the first one. I didn't enjoy the second one. I do have the third one, and I will read it probably soon. I think I took a little break there, and hopefully on balance the third one is good again and I like the series. But yeah. So we'll see, because here's the thing. If you go back to like the Hunger Games thing and the second book in the Shades of Magic, I'm not into contest fiction. I'm not into books where there's a big contest and, and the people are pitted against each other. Gladiator game type stuff, not my thing. I don't like, watching the Olympics either. So, it's just, it's just not gonna be something I enjoy reading. I'm not a sports person. I'm not athletic. Even if it's a magic contest, it's just, I don't know. I can't get excited about it. I can't really enjoy it. So that second Shades of Magic book is like this magical Olympics, or the equivalent. And the Hunger Games obviously is all these like things. And I was going somewhere with this. Sorry. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, so I think the first Shades of Magic book I really liked. The second one I didn't enjoy as much. Also because of the leaning on Lila. And I don't mean to turn this, my cat's breaking into the room. I didn't mean to turn this into a whole like thing about about the Shades of Magic books. But like, we can talk about that in another video if you're interested. But yeah, I'm not gonna do so. So I'm sure V. Schwab has written other wonderful books, but I might try them. Somebody told me Vicious or whatever, Villainous. I don't know. Is that like a series or a duology or something? Might try those. Yeah. So we were talking about books we aren't gonna read or don't want to read or aren't interested in reading or didn't enjoy, or so I guess it all counts. Anyway, those are my answers to the questions for the Anti-TBR book tag. I've read 62 or 63 books this year. I probably, the way things are going, am not going to finish another book before the end of the year, and that's just because I've got like copy editing jobs and I'm working on my own stuff and I haven't been reading as much. I keep picking up books and just not finding the thing that's working for me. So maybe I will pick up the third Shades of Magic book and get that started at least. But yeah, that's where things stand. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know books you do and don't enjoy. My cat is climbing the chair. If you're hearing that, that is him like climbing the chair and jumping on the back of the chair. It's not a video without Crowley. Even if you can't see him, you will feel the effects of him. Anyway, take care, be safe out there, and hopefully I'll have something more to say sometime soon.